Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning into the Josh Shakespeare podcast. I just wanted to hop on to do a quick intro to inform you about what this type of episode is going to be. Right now I'm in a hotel in Vegas. I'm celebrating my birthday. Thank you for the 2 people that reached out and wished me happy birthday. Appreciate it. This episode specifically is going to be a live stream that I recorded in a studio in Hollywood. It's a production studio where they have multiple artists and different content creators doing different types of live streams all at once. It was really cool. They reached out to me to potentially pay me to be a live streamer on TikTok, but it fell through just because the schedule that they wanted me to be in the office interfered with everything else that I was doing. Acting, stand-up comedy, producing my own shows, and doing my own art. So unfortunately I couldn't do it, but I had so much fun doing it, and it definitely informed me on what the show may evolve to be, and if I may just do this strictly live streamed, or maybe have like one day a week where I do live stream and then another episode, or maybe add it to some type of bonus package. So it was a lot of fun. So that's what this episode is going to be. You're going to hear music in the background. It's going to be maybe a little bit hollow because I was playing music at the same time and while I was talking to people that were writing into the show via live stream on TikTok. So it was a lot of fun. They were going to pay me $20 an hour to do this, but there was so many logistics of it when you really got down to it, and the contract that they gave me, I was just like, I cannot do this. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. That's what this episode is, live streamed. This is going to be episode 13. So, yeah, thank you guys again for watching and listening. We will be going back to audio only just for right now, just because the time and often money that goes into producing a video plus audio show also interferes with everything else. So yeah, thank you guys once again. Appreciate it.
W6N, 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 calling G7W. How do you hear me? Over.
Boom. We are live officially. Please excuse the background music. Let's start some music here. Let's create a beautiful atmosphere. There it is.
Soldier boy, tell him, hey, I got this new dance for you. It's called a Soldier Boy.
It's called a Soldier Boy.
You just gotta punch and crank back 3 times from left to right.
Left to right. How you doing over there?
Soldier boy, I've been watch me crank it, watch me roll. Watch me crank that soldier boy. Superman that old, now watch me you crank that soldier, watch me you crank that soldier, watch me you crank that soldier, watch me you. Soldier boy, I've been it, watch me lean and watch me roll.
Let's wait for
Superman
a few more people to join.
Watch me through the RoboCop, super fresh, now watch me jump.
That's great. I wanted to wave at this person. How are we doing?
When I do that, soldier boy, lean to the left, I crank that thing.
There's an ad. How beautiful. And that just solidifies the YouTube experience. Let's go back. There we go. This is great. I really do enjoy this song, by the way. You can just turn the cover into something completely different. By the way, let me know if you can hear me. You quote my Canadian hood video. Thank you so much. Wait, was it? You mean Alaska? But thank you so much. That means a lot, Lil Geek. That's great. So that was a comment. That's a reference to my This is the person that doesn't believe there's black people in Alaska video, and then that was yeah. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That video, yeah. That's the strange thing about TikTok is that video did very, very well on TikTok, but on every other platform like YouTube, X, and Instagram, it just didn't. It got like 100 likes and views for the most part. But what's going on, Joels_V1? Is the topic of discussion apparent up top? This is my first official time going live, and I really, really want to thank everyone for being in here. Thank you so much. I don't know what the heck this is. What is the GG? Is that Glock? I don't know what that means. Thank you. Hi, Taylor. What's going on? Is there a way I can wave at you? I want to wave at these people, you know. Me neither. Yeah, I don't know what any of this means, because here's what's not going to happen, because I'm going to be doing this a lot more often. You're not going to be seeing me being like, thanks for the glizzies, thanks for the hot dog, thanks for the... I'm not going to... That's not going to happen. But I will be very, very appreciative. Thanks for the lightning bolt. Yeah, see, this is... I understand why people get addicted to this and why they do so, and why they embarrass themselves for these... It's very... exciting. Like, I can feel it. I'm like, oh, you gotta send me the thing. But yeah, so I just wanted to wait for a few more people to get in here. You know, what's interesting is when I was driving, I got like 7 different views. I got 7 people that joined, which was nice, but I can't tell how many people are actually in here. But so far it's just 2. It's just you and me, Lil Geek. But anyway, I mean, I will continue with this. We'll wait until minute 5 for more people to get in here. And then we will discuss the executive orders. We will go over the list of executive orders that so far Donald Trump has signed. And I want to know how everyone feels about this. Yeah, it's just you and me, bro. Thank you so much. What is that, a lizard? Is that your pet is that your pet specifically in the profile picture? Watch me crank that Soldier Boy and Superman at home. Now watch me, you. Okay, no, it's not. All right, now watch me, you. Crank that now watch me. Soldier Boy, I tell him. There's other songs I wanted to play. Hold on. Let me see if you guys know this one. I have it written down here. I know exactly what the first... Hang on. Crank that. Oh, this one. I love this song so much. Let's see. You guys don't even know what the song is, but because they keep removing it from Spotify. But they removed it like twice. I'll be back. No, you won't. But thank you so much thanks for enjoying this. Minute 5. We'll wait for a little bit. But this is my favorite song so far. One of my favorite songs. I listen to this song all the time. It's by Conway the Machine. He's my favorite rapper. Are you ready?
Conductor, we have a problem.
Such a great song. Hi everyone. Thank you guys so much. How do we feel about the executive orders? I want comments. I want people to comment how they feel. What's your initial reaction to the executive orders? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? Also, oh wait, yeah, you guys can hear me. Shower. I work in the lab and I smell like filthy air. Stepping in design capsule, mentally my mind leave scientists mind baffled, lyrically inclined. I existed through time travel, my physical designs, elements that are not natural. Reset machine was cooking up, it was my absolute pleasure. You niggas know get contacted whenever niggas need a drum. Niggas know the street I'm from, my heat will run. Niggas knowing that I clap you ever. Dark match you together. I ain't going nowhere, nigga. I'm back forever. Still in the hood, I got my strap in the leather for the pressure. No, I'm ready for combat. But whenever I'm selling my pack, it do not matter the weather. Look, my rhyme book is considered national treasure. They still try to slight me, do not matter my efforts. Just cause he your favorite rapper do not mean that he's better than Machine, bitch. I wish there was a way I could wave at some of you people on who's joining this, because I don't know how to do that. If there was a way to do that. But anyway... Love the Lord, everyone. We'll do one last song at the end of this segment. Anyway, so the executive orders so far. I have a list And I just want to know, we're going to go over a few of them. We'll get to 4 of them. And then I'd like for people to comment how they feel about them. What is it that you agree with? What is it that you don't agree with? Some of these are very, very extensive executive orders. Are we ready? So here's number 1. The initial rescissions of harmful executive orders and actions. This is January 20th, 2025. So this order revokes numerous executive orders from the previous administration targeting policies related to diversity, equity, and inclusion, climate change, and immigration. That's number 1. That's number 1. Number 2, restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. Same day, 20th. Aims to protect free speech by limiting federal agencies' roles in content moderation and censorship. Number 3, putting America's first in international environmental agreements. This withdraws the United States from certain international environmental agreements, including the Paris Agreement. Now, here's my extensive knowledge on politics. I did not know that we were in agreement with Paris. Does that mean that there are no longer niggas in Paris? I'm going to write that joke down. I'm sorry. That was bad. I'm sorry. I'm going to write that down, though. That's funny. He's like, it's because of the immigration. All right, anyway. I thought that was pretty funny. Anyway. Okay. And number 5, this is the last one before I open the floor up to discussions. Again, chat, how do we feel about the executive orders? Withdrawn the United States from the World Health Organization. Ends U.S. participation in the WHO, citing concerns over its handling of global health issues. How do we feel about this, chat? Are we in support of this? Do you approve of this? As Michael Anthony Hall would say in The Breakfast Club, that was marijuana. That was marijuana. Funny thing. If none of you are going to comment, I mean, I'll comment for you. But thank you guys. Thank you, Big Red Twin, for joining. And we went right. I went from 5 back down to 2. Hey, Orb, how we doing? What's going on? He will not be back. Chat and interview. Topic couldn't be changed during live. That's interesting. Overview. Total views. 22 views. New followers. 3 diamonds. That's great. I already have the, yeah. Hi, John BGA. What's going on? Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's start from the last one that I just did, which was number 5, and then let's go all the way back up from the beginning. So, withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization. Now, people don't believe that the WHO has America's best interest at heart. And I understand why they say that, because, I mean, we are consuming poison. It was only until, 10 minutes ago people found out that there was red dye and grinded up crickets and insects in our candy. So I get that. I'm not sure if the World Health Organization has anything to do with that, if there's like an overlap, but I get why he would do that. I get why people support that decision, but how do we feel about the WHO, chat? The chat has now become an entity that I will address. This is great. How we doing, chat? I wonder if you can change the topic. Gift gallery. That's great. That's great. You guys can talk if you guys want. You know that, right? You can comment, leave a racial slur, maybe a declaration of the New World Order, something. I can't wait to see what this is going to sound like when I edit this. When I edit the Zoom H6 audio out, just to see how that goes. Anyway, so that's number 5. I get that part. Now, number 4, let's go back down. The application of protecting Americans from foreign... Oh, I didn't even get to this one. Excuse me. Application of protecting Americans from foreign adversary-controlled applications act to TikTok. So this targets applications like TikTok, citing national security concerns. This is not new, by the way. The Biden administration had done this before after scrapping Donald Trump's policy to do this as well. So that was interesting. I skipped that somehow. But, yeah, I mean, again, it is spyware, but then at the same time, it's like there are bad bitches on this app. So, I mean, America's hands are definitely tied, aren't they? Put this drink down, beat up a gal, start beef with a pal. This is great. I'm having a lot of fun, even though there's only 2 of you in here. I don't understand why there were more people in here off rip when I was endangering myself by driving while doing this. And then TikTok banned me so quickly for like a day, which was cool. But anyway, we're going to do duration. Acura L, how are we today? Why 2001? That's your car? That's great. How you feel? Putting America first in international environmental agreements. That's number 3. The United States withdraws from certain international environmental agreements, including the Paris Agreement. Yeah. Can someone here educate me on what the Paris Agreement is, or am I going to have to look it up myself, considering none of you are talking? What is the Paris Agreement? If I find out that they're deporting black people from Paris too, that would be interesting. So the Paris Agreement is a legally binding international treaty that aims to reduce global greenhouse gas emissions and limit global warming. It was adopted in 2015 at the UN Climate Change Conference, COP21, in Paris, France. The agreement entered into force in 2016. So the goals, as per Google, limit the global average temperature increase to well below 2 degrees Celsius, above pre-industrial levels. I'm going to try to check my knee-jerk reactions at the door before we get deeper into this. Anyway, pursue efforts to limit, because when it comes to climate change, it's just like, again, this is why people think that I'm right-wing. It's like, how much money is this going to cost? What? They're like, well, we need to get down the number of and I'm like, I feel as though like a lot. So for example, like, because I live in Los Angeles, and very often, every couple of years, people are like, we're in a drought, and I go, where can I go right now to confirm this? Where can I physically go? Who can I talk to? Where can I drive right now to confirm that like there's less water, or that I'm trying my best not to sound like my immediate reaction is to, what's it called? My immediate reaction my intention is not to immediately dismiss this, but I feel as though like there are more questions because I know what the end result is when you bring up these issues. The end result is like, well, we need more money. We need to tax you more. I'm like, yeah, that's not, when money is involved, I'm like, how much is it going to cost? How much? Well, it's just, anyway, so let's go over the second point. So pursue efforts to limit the temperature increases to 1.5 Celsius above pre-industrial levels, reduce emissions. What does that mean? Adapt to impacts of climate change. You see how nebulous and how this sounds? Because, I mean, we're living in this age of very processed and hyper-optimal forms of self-help, to the point where it feels like a scam, even though what they're trying to sell you is of sound and of reason. So you'll go on social media, and then you'll see a bunch of gurus left and right be like, never stop trying, never give up, center yourself, meditate, journal every day. And it's like, yeah, you should do those things, but it's just, I know that it's coming from someone that's more so in it for the money and not in it because they genuinely care. It's a very processed version of what's actually happening right now. So I don't know. That sounds exactly like what this whole climate change thing sounds like to me. But anyway, Al knows best. How are we? Is it the background that's pissing everybody off? Is it the candy canes? Because I can go here if you want. How we doing? Is it because I was driving? I need to, it's because before I signed up for the live, they said, please don't drive while you're TikToking, while you're going live. And I go, well, more people watched when I did that. So ironic. Anyway, the agreement. Okay, so all right. Now this last point is I understand why he got us out of this one. I understand why Trump did this. So last one on this point of goals is to provide financing to developing countries. Now here are the key aspects of it. This is also on Google. The agreement is binding but voluntary. So I guess we don't have to do this if we don't want to. Countries are required to submit a goal or plan every 5 years. Oh my God. The agreement includes a framework for transparent monitoring, reporting, and ratcheting up of is that racketing or ratcheting? Ratcheting up of countries' climate goals. All right. The agreement includes a discussion of ways to minimize, support, and approach losses and damage from climate change. Great. The process. The agreement was drafted from November 30th to December 12th, 2015 in Le Bourg, France. The agreement was signed on April 22nd, 2016. The agreement entered into force on November 4th, 2016. Listen, guys, none of this sounds like it means anything. I need someone far more educated about this to come into the chat and tell me exactly like what the Paris Agreement means and like how does it directly affect us and how exactly is like how much money is this going to cost and how, you know, and it just what? And who is going outside in the lab coat and is like, oh, okay, it's a little bit less this time, so we're good now. I don't get it. Gray in, gray out. Cool name. How are we? Hi, Eddie. Thank you for sticking around. Kareem Yusufsa. Abdul Jabbar. 2. I think, you know what? I think it's the candy canes, and I think it's the thing behind the heart, the red heart behind me. That's probably why people are like, this is like a gay thing. Listen, I'm just saying. How do we feel about these executive orders, though? Seriously. Number 3, putting America first in international. Wait, no. Number 2, restoring. This one I like. I like personally. Restoring freedom of speech and ending federal censorship. Aims to protect free speech by limiting federal agencies' roles in content moderation and censorship. Now, so the reason why I like this is because for those of you that are plugged in, you know that the CIA was colluding with Twitter HQ to censor speech regarding COVID. And you only had proof of this intel after Elon Musk's acquisition. So I like it when we can create laws or executive orders that prevent federal agencies from infringing on things that we can and cannot say. So what? Sometimes you're going to go down an anti-Semitic route. That's what social media is, unfortunately. I should have just gone like, is there a way I can... Let's see. Mirror your video, mute microphone, pause live. Settings, moderators. I wish there was a way, because I'm paranoid that the algorithm is punishing me because I wrote executive orders in the title of this stream. But you know what? That's fine. Two microphones at once. Anyway, please excuse the noise in the background. I am in a studio right now with other people, dancers, other content creators. Dumblebee. That's a cool name. What is that in your profile photo? Anyway. Okay. I like the second executive order, which is restoring freedom of speech. Now, here's where people on the far right disagree with, and this is where they, unfortunately, this is the pushback that they have against Trump, is because if I'm correct, he has also written laws saying that you are not, that saying Christ is king is considered anti-Semitic, to obviously, like, saying that. That is the argument that a lot of people have regarding that. He's writing laws, and they say he's a shill for that. Whatever. As far as freedom of speech, there's a huge misconception of what that actually means in this country, which I totally understand. As far as like thinking that means freedom of consequence, which it does not. It does not, guys. All right. Number one, the initial rescission of harmful so, I mean, we can go deeper into this. There's a link next to it, but there's like some of this I didn't agree with and some of this I did agree with. So, revision of civil rights, immigration enforcement policies and priorities, revision of pandemic testing, board and ensuring a sustainable public health workforce for COVID-19 and other biological threats. This was an executive order from the Biden administration that Trump has since rescinded on the 20th of January. Okay. Further advancing racial equity and support for undeserved communities through the federal government. Some of these, it's like, okay, and then others, it's like, oh, look, let's read the KKK one. I like this one because it goes in alphabetical orders, right? There's FFF, GGG, HHH, III, JJJ, and then KKK. January 3rd, 2025, providing an order of succession within the Department of Homeland Security. What do they do up there? One person. We're still going one person live. I like this. At least I have one loyal person, which is nice. I had like 15 different... I have like 37 people like join and then leave immediately. Are you not entertained? I'm sorry. Should I plug my OnlyFans in this for you to get it? Do you want to... I mean, hold on a second because he's still here. Eddie, do you want to say anything to the people? Or do you just kind of have me in the background while you're playing video games? No shade or anything. I'm like, what are you doing over there? But hey, thanks again for, your live duration is longer than 18% of creators. Awesome. Dematori. Anyway, so the initial rescission of harmful executive orders. Yeah, a lot. This is a lot to unpack on that one in particular. But I mean, do we feel good about that? I'm dead, huh? I'm here. Hi, Eddie. Thank you. I'm like, what do you do? You're the only person that's like still watching this. How do we feel about the executive orders if you want to say anything? And if you don't have an opinion at all, you just want to say hi, that would be great. But, yeah, this is hilarious. He's just, out of all the people that have been in here, looked, and back down, and they dipped. And then it's just Eddie that's still here. But thanks, Eddie. I appreciate it. If you're still here, man. This is fun. So number 6. Okay, restoring accountability to policy influencing positions within the federal workforce. Modifies civil service protections to hold federal employees in policy-making positions more accountable. I mean, hey, we're all for more accountability. I just wanted to say hi, huh? I'm in the office across the hall from you. Oh, hi, Eddie. Oh, I didn't know it was you. Okay. Okay. Hi, Eddie. Thank you so much. I'm you know what it is? I'm bad with names, man. I didn't see the thing. Thank you for being the only person that's watching this. Thank you guys. Anyway, so we're back to back to executive order number 7. Okay, holding former government officials accountable for election interference and improper disclosure of sensitive governmental information. So I think this pertains to this. So let me just go further into this. This seeks to investigate and potentially prosecute former officials for alleged election interference and unauthorized disclosures. More likes can attract more views. Thank you. You don't have to do that. I appreciate that. You don't have to do that. Oh my God, that's the other guy across the hall from doing this. Anyway, that's just absolutely hilarious. Thank you for liking the live. I know you're fine. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's great. I'm pretty sure this was an episode on Black Mirror. Was it? I never watched it, but I heard some pretty dark shit on it. Anyway, so number 7, holding former government officials accountable. I think that was the pettiest thing he did, only because I understand. So this, for those of you that may not know the extent to what this applies to, but this applies to, I believe, the 50 to 51 former intelligence officers that signed a dossier saying that the Hunter Biden laptop story at the time that it came out was Russian disinformation. If I'm correct, Trump questioning that is like one of the things that Joe Biden currently pardoned his son for, which led to Trump's impeachment, which is, I totally get, that's like the most petty thing I could ever think of, which is truly, I mean, baller. Your first like today is from Eddie Refurezzo. Sorry if I'm... Thank you, Eddie. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Anyway, but yeah, the executive order number 7, like, yeah, I get it, because that does technically count as election interference. Would you not argue that? Because if you're telling someone that something if you have the credibility of former intelligence officers saying that something is not true, and then it turns out it is years later, and said thing that they were lying about, many voters at the time said, had I known about this information, it would have potentially switched my vote. There are people that I know, some personally and then others on social media, that were like, listen, if I knew that the laptop story was actually true, and furthermore that the government was lying about it, I probably would have voted against the Biden administration because that's not fair. So that was, by the way, just some history, some just a little fun fact, what number 7 was about. I'm holding space for the intelligence officers that have just had their clearances revoked. We're at Mark 28. There's another song I wanted to play. So we're at Executive Order number 7. So, there's another song I wanted to play. I heard this song on The Day of the Jackal. It's a great show starring Eddie Redmayne. If you guys have known this before, if you guys have watched that show before, it's great. I recommend it. This is such a good one. Hold on. I really should have had this queued up before. I'm so unprofessional. 1 second, please. When I was playing the music, I think more people were starting to get in here. I get it. I know what you guys want. I'm not gonna do it, but you get the idea. Cecilia, hi Cecilia. Anyway, hold on. Oh, that's great. Taking a break, guys. We're taking a break. Let's serenade him. I'm not sure if I can vape in here, though I won't. But it's great.
No matter how you try, but what's done in the dark, baby,
Such a great song, man.
will someday
Take us home, Jackie. Take us home.
come to life. While you're there, just a cheating. Better remember, oh, say never, 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 never sleeping, yeah. For what's done in the dark, mama.
This is for all the intelligence officers that got their clearances revoked because they lied on Trump's name. What's done in the dark? This is what happens. This is what happens when you lie on the government.
World's biggest fool is the fool that feels that he can fool
Russian disinformation.
the one that really loves him.
Russiagate. It was all a hoax. They just didn't like him.
And the biggest mistake, darling, that old fool can ever make is placing another above him. Now you can run on for a long, long, long time each night. But in the long run, little baby, you'll be left alone to cry. 'Cause what you
I got 37 likes, everybody.
is gonna
This is great.
come to life.
I didn't intend on playing the entire song, but you need to hear how beautiful this song is. They tried to revoke. They tried to impeach him. I mean, I think they did, right?
Sure you're born one day, gonna come to
life. Stop playing with him.
Remember what an old fool is trying to tell you.
How we doing, Rat King? How you feel? Why do you call yourself Rat King? What do you do on social media? That's great. Rat King. I wonder where Rat King comes from. Jesse. Hi, Jesse. I like the Avi. Anyway, so we're back. We took a short musical recess. So we're back. So, Executive Order number 8. clarifying the military's role in protecting the territorial integrity of the United States. Now, this defines the military's responsibilities in safeguarding U.S. borders and territory. I want to get my brother's take on this because my brother's in the military. I'm like, dude, what does this executive order mean exactly? Like, what is he... Is he telling you guys basically to, like, stop ordering pizza to the land nav site? Is that what's going on? He's like, do you hear me? All right, anyway. A lot of this is fun. All right, so unleashing American energy. Energy, this is number 9. Energy production by reducing regulations on fossil fuels and other energy sources. I mean, so I guess this promotes domestic energy, excuse me. This promotes domestic energy production by reducing regulations on fossil fuels and other energy sources. So I guess people are saying this is like an anti-climate change reform bill or whatever. I don't know, man. I'm assuming the people that are upset about the executive order wear Doc Martens and high waters. I don't know. AJL, what's going on? It's great. I'm just gonna start saying hi to the people that join and then saying bye to them because they're gonna immediately exit after they see this. Hi, Felicia. Bye, Felicia. That was perfect timing because that wasn't even a joke. That the person that just joined this name literally named Felicia, but they're probably gonna leave in like 10 seconds. Felicia B. Crafts. Oh, this is a non-follow. Yeah, and there we go. At least I got 40. I got 40 likes. This is nice. I'm pretty sure Rat Cake... yeah, that's great. 3. I got 3 viewers. We will limit the number of viewers in your live videos before you meet the requirements. Oh, so that's why this is... All right, anyway. I get... See, they always try to hold the black man down. Anyway, realigning... some of you may disagree with me calling myself a black man. Shut up. You're not clever. Unleashing American energy. That was number 1. So, and then you know what? Let's wrap this up at number 10 because there are other things that I kind of wanted to get into. So, number 10, realigning the United States refugee admissions program. Adjusts the refugee admissions process to prioritize certain groups and implement stricter vetting procedures. I want to know what this means because if you'll notice with a lot of these executive orders that are listed here on what I have, this comes from ChatGPT. They don't really go in depth on what they mean or why they're there or like where it comes from or the deeper meaning behind them. Like I had to explain to you why executive order number 7 was so important and executive order number 4 and executive order number 3 and what have you. So I wonder what the deeper meaning behind that one is. Number 10. Is it just like no more illegals, no more? I wonder what that means. So yeah, I so far did not get anyone's opinion on how they feel about this, but that's fine. My opinion is better than everybody else's, so it's fine. Anyway, that's just kind of where we're at now. So, executive orders, that's... I guess I don't have any final statements on that. How do we feel about the Gulf of Mexico now being changed to the Gulf of America? As if anyone knew what the hell that meant. Did anybody really care? There's certain things that happen in the media where it's just like, if you get angry about this, or if you even care, like you have no life. You have to be angry about something, or else your life has no meaning. And I think the Gulf of Mexico, formerly, now the Gulf of America, is an example of this. When's the last time you had a conversation with someone? Like, hey, what are you going to do later? Oh, I'm going to go swim in the Gulf of Mexico. The fuck? That never happened. I don't care. Oh, they're changing the Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. Now, so when a body of water changes its pronouns, now it's a problem. Enough. I wonder if I can use my camera on Instagram to make a post. Seen by 6 people. Look at that. I'm famous. My God, this is so annoying. Why is that happening on my computer? Okay, here we go. You guys have played that song to death. Someone said you get hornier as you become healthier in every aspect of your life, and I felt that. Stay bricked, y'all. This is absolutely correct, by the way. Anyway. Unnecessary time and money being wasted. Okay. ADK77, if you're still here. Finally, I got some feedback. Okay. On what specifically? I'd love to know what you mean by that. Thank you for liking, Salem. Yes, unnecessary time and money wasted on what? On Gulf of America. Unnecessary time and money being wasted. Yeah, that's a good question. So, how much money does it cost to change the? How much money does it cost? I didn't even know. Like, see, this is why I like inviting people on and having them discuss this, because I do have my opinions, but also I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about a lot of the time. How much does it cost to change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America? You'd think just as a price, you could just be like, yeah, just fucking change that shit. How much does it cost? That's interesting. We're at 50 likes now, by the way. That's awesome. I feel great about myself. Unnecessary time. Thank you so much, ADK, for saying something. You have no idea how many people were in here before that just kind of were just staring at me. Low-key perverted. Here's the now here's another thing that I wanted to do. I mean, I can do this actually. So what we're going to do here is there's another video that I wanted to get into that I wanted to play for everybody. And unfortunately, you can't like see it, but you can definitely hear it. So, because I'm hooked up to the speaker right now. The Gulf of America. It's the new Gulf of America. We have a new Gulf. Yay. It's no longer, that's how much you hate. That's how much you know. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Here we go. Hold on one second, please. And think of all the maps and stuff that need to be changed. Yeah. Think of all the maps and stuff that need to be changed. Yeah. But I mean, again, let's counter that point though. For example, I don't think like if you took off the names of the bodies of water on a map and you went up to the average American and you were like, point to the Gulf of Mexico, they would not be able to tell you where it is. It's the same way where you're like, people are like, point to Ukraine, tell us where Ukraine is, point to North Korea, point to South Korea. Name the 5 bodies, name the 5 oceans. Name the 5 oceans, and people can't do that. I mean, there are 5. Okay, so there are 5 oceans. I just wanted to be sure that there's 5. So without looking, I'm going to try to tell you exactly how many oceans there are. Let's see if I can do this. There's 5 oceans. I didn't look at it. I just need to know that there were 5. So there's the Pacific, Atlantic, Southern. I'm going to edit this out, by the way, if I can't get it, by the way. LOL, by that logic, then everything should be inaccurate and it doesn't matter. I don't think that no. I'm not saying that it shouldn't matter. I'm just saying that like this goes back to my previous central point that like it's not something that people really to care so much about it or get angry that he's changing it. It's like, and most Americans didn't even know what the hell it was anyway. But on top of that, it's just like, yeah, that's if he wants to do that, I don't. It is what it is. Hey, it's the new normal, ADK. It's the new normal. It's the new normal. I'm gonna wait for him to type something else though. You know? Are you gonna name something? Okay. The fact that I've been able to keep this going for so long is pretty good. So all right. So I'm just gonna. You know what? I'll take the bullet. I'll be an idiot. So the 5. Let's name the 5. So there's the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian. Is there a no. Pacific, Atlantic. So yeah, I'm out. I'm out of it. I had I got India. Oh, and Arctic. The Arctic Ocean. There you go. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, and then Arctic. That's 4. Oh, okay. I got Southern. So the thing that I got out. So it was just 1 that I missed. Okay, so I'm pretty good. So I did say Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, Southern. I just forgot Arctic. And by the way, I was a little bit iffy on Southern as well. Anyway, yeah, that's my point. ADK. I'm not saying that nothing matters or anything like that. I'm just saying this is more so just like, yeah, no one really cared about I just think that this is another way that people are just like, see, he's doing nothing. I'm like, that'll come later. You don't have to jump on every single thing that Donald Trump does and be like, this is an example of him being stupid. When are you going to do a live show in LA? I want to go to one. It is all posted on my Instagram and here as well. Hey, what's going on, bro? I'm back. Hey, Lil Geek's back, everybody. He's back. We were just discussing all the executives. Oh, my God. Hold on a second. Hi, Yessie Sanchez, 85. How are you? How do we feel about the executive orders so far? I was reading some of them off, but when are you going to do a live show in LA? Yeah, so I mean, it's all posted on my Instagram. If you follow me on Instagram, at Josh A. Shakespeare, I post them there. I do this show called Laugh City at a venue called Petty Cash Studios on Sunset Boulevard pretty frequently, like once a week, if not every other week. So you can definitely, just be on the lookout for me. I mean, he doesn't put me on the flyer, but I do like a guest spot. I do like 7 minutes. So, definitely be on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for even watching. The number of your viewers hit an all-time high in 30 days. Brilliant. Thank you so much, TikTok. Anyway, that was what it was. So the second segment that I wanted to get into, I want you guys to listen to something. Trump is a very inspirational person. His story is very inspirational just from about like maybe before 2016 and then a little bit upwards of that. And here's why. And I mean, you can just apply this to anybody. I already like 5 people left. Anyway, the point is this though. Hey, Lemon. I want you guys to listen to something though. This, I think, this applies to a much broader concept of believing in yourself and withstanding adversity. So let's listen to this video. So a platform/account called End Wokeness on X created a montage of everything that people said about Trump as he was deciding to run in 2016. This is what everyone said about him. And I want you guys to pay attention to this because it's low-key inspirational as hell. So listen to this. So we're just going to go over everything that they said about him before he first ran in 2016. Here we go. This is Nancy Pelosi.
Of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it. All right.
Wait. I got to restart it. Hold on.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. Okay. I guarantee it. All right.
I think if he becomes the president, he'll make it great.
Tom Hanks.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
On that note, Tom, pleasure.
Take it from me. How about that?
Cheers, Tom. And then, of course, there's Donald Trump.
This is Seth Meyers.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
So Trump is in the audience at this correspondence dinner. He is the only one not laughing. He's just standing there just looking
Donald
like this.
Trump, just last week, he confirmed to the National Review that he is again considering a run in 2016.
Do it.
This is John Oliver, if I'm correct.
Do it. I will personally write you a
How funny is it that he went from this to crying on this election that just passed, being like, wouldn't it be great if he was not president? Is this a joke?
So when you stand and deliver that State of the
This is
Union
Barack
address,
Obama.
in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit. I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Barack
He
again.
will never be president of the United States.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket next.
I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on to write it down.
Sorry to laugh.
These hosts are laughing. Here we go.
Which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
This is Ann Coulter.
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
Everybody in the audience is laughing. Joy Reid is laughing
right now. Mr. Trump,
Stephen
to answer
Colbert.
your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy. All, let's say, cow poo-poo aside, there is zero chance we'll be seeing you being sworn in on the Capitol steps with your hand on a giant golden Bible.
I'll make a prediction, though, for you. I don't really get into predictions much, but this one I'll go way out on a limb. Donald Trump will never, ever be president of the United States.
That Trump should not be in this race. He's an absurdity. He is a travesty.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
Donald Trump is
I'm probably going to get shadowed then just
going
for hearing
candidate
the
for
words
president
Donald
of the
Trump on the
United
stream
States.
so many goddamn times. I'll tell you right now.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States.
Listen to how many people are saying this, by the way.
Ever respectful of the fact that the
this is
people
as he
have
was
not
running in
voted,
2016. This is what everyone was saying about him.
He's not going to be president of the United
He's
States.
not going to be president. He's not going to happen. He's not going to be president. So there you go. That's the end of the montage that I wanted to play for you guys. Now, this is one of the reasons why a lot of people like Trump and why a lot of people can identify with his very triumphant run up until this point, is because the amount of people that said he would not do it. I mean, after a certain point, it's no longer even about politics or even like trying to help anybody. You would want to win out of spite at that point. Would you not argue that? At everyone being like, he's not going to do it. He's a joke. Let's laugh at him. And then there you go. The epitome of no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I think that that's very, very interesting. When you have so many people, again, I want you to think about this, just genuinely, and I want you to take a step back from your own personal views and your own reservations about him, whether you like him or not. Imagine Barack Obama saying that the only way he could see you achieving a goal is if it were a part of a sketch on Saturday Night Live. Imagine, would that stop you? A lot of you can't even handle being misgendered. He is definitely a character. You're right about that, Lil Geek. I'm just saying, again, like, but think about this, Lil Geek. Think about that for a second. Imagine Barack Obama going on television and mocking you. Imagine that. Imagine him not taking you seriously. Like, would that stop you from wanting to accomplish your goals, or would that motivate you to spit in the faces of those people even more so than normal? Think about that. I just really want you to think about that for a second. This is a very monumental thing, and I'm very glad that I stumbled across this montage of so many people being like, Trump will never be the president. He's a joke. Everyone's laughing and all that stuff too. Thank you so much, Lil Geek. I appreciate that, because it's like, think about that. Think about the monument of that. You have all these figures. You have all these people, especially now, mind you, this is 2016. So this is before the craze of social media. This is before TikTok. This is before influencers had as much power as they do now, which gave birth to what they call new media. And you have all these other people that have massive amounts of influence to the point where it could even sway elections. Because I think the new media and influencers and podcasters have definitely influenced this current election. So this is before that. This is when legacy traditional media was on top. Imagine those people. Imagine a targeted, coordinated consensus that you were a joke and that you were to not be taken seriously, and that this is all be blow over in the morning. Imagine all those people coming together and telling you that you cannot do something, or that they can't see you doing this, or that you are unqualified for this job, and then you do it twice. Think about that for a second. That is absolutely monumental, and that is just like unfelt. Because I have a joke about this on stage. I'm not going to give it away, but they talk about how anybody can be president. And so I'm like, not really, but imagine that. Imagine doing that twice. You know how petty I would be after that? Do you understand? The jokes would not stop. The fact that what's interesting too, when you really think about it, is because everyone says like Trump is racist. I'm like, dude, you understand he could be way more racist. If you just look at what everything people have been saying about him just in 2016 alone, that is very, very inspirational. You need haters. You need people not to like you. You need people to tell you that you can't do something, so that it only motivates you to want to do it 10 times over. Do it again, more times, with your middle fingers up while you're doing it. That's the only reason why adversaries exist. Stories are great with great villains. A hero is only good as his villain, right? Neo had Agent Smith. The Batman has Joker. I'm blanking on other examples right now, but you get the point that I'm making. You need that. They mold you. What do they say? I was raised by wolves. They say I was raised by wolves, right? Wolves, they created you. Hollywood created Joe Rogan. It created Tony Hinchcliffe. They came here. They sat around. They did their, well, they didn't sit around, but they came here. They worked hard. They put in their time. They were here long enough to be like, you know what? I don't like the way things are going. I don't like how people here treat other people. I don't enjoy the atmosphere with which comedy exists in this area. So I'm going to go off and do my own thing. Because of that, I think Trump is operating from a place of pride and ego. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, imagine being like, I'm going to be the president. That's, yeah, absolutely. Trump is operating from a place of pride and ego. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. 100%. It is a very low-key, egotistical thing to even want to be the president when you really think about it. But at the same time, it requires a certain level of fortitude. Funny thing is, the new age media seems to spread more information than old media, though. So some is false. Yeah, this is absolutely correct. The amount of things that people on the right, or what you would call new media, tend to believe, also can be debunked. I remember, there's a few psyops I can think of right now where I'm like, yeah, this is definitely orchestrated. Like that white woman that got famous for saying the N-word, who was like, oh, the broke ass niggas, whatever. I was like, this is a plant, I think. But anyway, back to my point about needing haters and needing villains. I mean, you need people to tell you that you can't do it, so you can do it twice, like Trump did. That's monumental, though. Think about that for a second, though. I mean, even dude, and you know what? Let's take a step further, right? Because I'm a stand-up comedian. So I go to comedy clubs every single day, and I see what people are talking about, and you see what, generally speaking, the comedians, especially that are on a certain level, tend to believe, and the jokes that they make based off that. Imagine the amount of comedians, and to this day that still do it, that were talking shit about Donald Trump, and then he still did it. I can't imagine that. That's insane. Oh, I love it when the guests on the show talk amongst each other. Seems to spread. Okay. I don't think Trump is racist. He's reckless for sure, though. Yeah. I think Trump is racist in the sense of like everyone is like you know you're gonna develop a pattern recognition, not from a big. You can be racist and not hate people. You recognize the patterns with which people culturally operate. So if you make assumptions based off that cultural pattern recognition, I don't think that means that you hate them. That just means that, you know. But anyway, that's a whole other thing. This is facts. Old media was heavily based on facts and journal. That's not true, dude. I'm sorry. New media, there's a lot of opinionated stuff. I'm so sorry, ADK. That's not true. I'm so sorry, ADK. Old media was heavily No. Weapons of mass destruction. No, it wasn't. I'm sorry. I don't mean to, I'm not like laughing at you or anything like that, but I just think I'm sorry. This is a biased standpoint. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Old media convinced an entire generation of women to shave their legs to sell razors. No. Old media told people with the CDC that smoking cigarettes was healthy. No. Old media... It's okay. You get the point that I'm making. I'm sorry. Reckless with his wording, I mean. Oh, yeah, that's why people like him. You know, that's the whole point, right? They go, oh, he just doesn't give a fuck. That's what it was. We love you, ADK. And we love you, little geek. 55 minutes. But yes, no weapon. Trump is the epitome of no weapon formed against me shall prosper. They tried to lock him up on some trumped up charges. And they tried to shoot him. Maybe he tried to shoot himself. There's still speculation that it was a staged assassination. We don't know that yet. For 8 years straight, him and his supporters have been laughed at, ridiculed, mocked. Statues have been built, artistic expressions, exhibits, art pieces have been cultivated to display how tiny his penis is, as they say they think it is, how fat he is, the naked statues that you saw in New York City and in Los Angeles, the amount of times shitty artisanal coffee baristas made cool little doodles with horns coming out of his head. All that. President twice. Unfucking believable. You can do anything no matter what anyone says about you. No matter what the celebrities say. Imagine Tom Hanks. Imagine your favorite celebrities, not even, because whatever, man. Anyway, they lied for years saying they had dangerous weapons of mass destruction. Yeah. Old media seems to throw people a curveball in a sense, like the war in Afghanistan. This is absolutely correct. I agree. You're 100% right. I am very good at streaming. I think. What makes you a good streamer? It's a better question. We're almost at an hour. Let's go a little bit over. Okay. But that's my point, though. You know? Adversity will mold you. Your adversaries will mold you. There are gurus out there that are so good at getting women because of the 4, 5, 15, 20 women in their past that have made their lives a living hell. They mold you. They mold you. Get back up. Be like Donald Trump. I'm kidding. Anyway, what was the third segment I wanted to get into? Oh, how to avoid being psyoped. We did not have enough time to get into this because, we're almost close to the hour, but you guys want to just jam out to a music? Anybody have any song requests? I really should have waited to play this at the end, but whatever. That's like the 5th time I've heard that song before. Anyway, but this was great, though. Hey, Ash. What's going on, Ash? Why are you crying in your profile photo? Did you take this while you were watched more than 1 minute? That's great. Oh, she's gone. Why are you crying? Mason Smith, what's going on? Oh, here we go. Anyway, that's great. 59 minutes. We're almost at an hour, guys. Oh, I'm getting a little, this actually was this kind of flew by. The hour here kind of flew by, but I'm getting a little choked up because I had so much fun. This might be the most drastic we grew apart public friendship we've ever seen. This is absolutely correct. Yeah, man. Excuse me, I don't mean to do ums in there. But anyway, this was interesting. This was a fun live stream. I appreciate that. There was a third segment that I wanted to get into, which is how to avoid being psyoped. I was going to go over how I have avoided many, many lies perpetuated by mass old media, specifically during the pandemic, with the BLM movement, with what the people would describe as woke culture, with the LGBTQ movement, etc., etc. I guess we'll just have to save it for another time, maybe next week when we stream, or maybe even tomorrow if I stream again, because I am trying to make a quota. But again, some closing statements. I would just like to appreciate everyone so far that came and said hi and spoke to me. Thank you, ADK, and thank you, Lil Geek. I appreciate you guys staying and talking. This means a lot. It really does. I prepared very, very heavily for this whole thing, and there's not much else to say. Follow me on Instagram at Josh A. Shakespeare. Yeah, there it is. Thank you so much, Lil Geek. I'm going to wrap up pretty soon, but yeah, just overall, I just wanted to say thank you guys. It means a lot. This was a lot of fun. It really was. I understand why people like streaming. This is absolutely incredible. This is great. So follow me on Instagram at Josh A. Shakespeare. Be on the lookout for when I post my live shows. If you guys want to come and see me perform live, it is a great show. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty funny. I've gotten, rave reviews. Follow me on Apple Music at Shakespeare Josh. I make playlists for fun. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Josh Shakespeare. I post podcasts every Wednesday at 7 a.m. This live stream will be posted there as well, if I can get the video. What else? Where else can you find me? I'm also on X at Shakespeare Josh, but a 4, where the A is in the first in Shakespeare Josh. So it's just Shakespeare 4. I don't know how to say this. Just follow me on Twitter. Just follow me on X. It's SH4KESPARE. Josh. On Twitter. Welcome back, ADK. We're about to wrap up pretty soon. Just wanted to say thank you and Lil Geek for being here and having a friendly conversation about how we feel about the current administration, where we're going to be in the next few years, if this is a good thing, if this is a bad thing. Are you in fear for your life because of the color of your skin? I'm not. Conductor, we have a problem. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let's end on a song.
It's time. Conductor. You know the homies just be waiting to dive at you. One of the guys clap you, pull up and throw 5 at you. The bullets big as fucking D batteries fly at you. From that white Denali that drive past you. I enjoy a chill deli on reposado with pineapple. Got Montega all on my hoodie like pineapple. And when they building my statue, from the way I throw lines at you, highly impactful like flying shrapnel. Marketing plan, market the brand. I step in a design capsule. Mentally my mind leave scientists mind baffled. Lyrically inclined, I existed through time travel. My physical design is elements that are not natural. Free said machine, let's cook one up. It was my absolute pleasure. You niggas know get contacted whenever niggas need a drum. Niggas know the street I'm from. My heater rung. Niggas knowing that I clap you wherever. Dot patch you together. I ain't going nowhere, nigga. I'm back forever. Still in the hood, I got my strap in the leather for the pressure. Know I'm ready for combat whenever. I'm selling my pack, it do not matter the weather. Look, my rhyme book is considered national treasure. They still try to slight me, do not matter my efforts. Just cause he your favorite rapper do not mean that he better than Machine, bitch. Yeah.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, conductor.
What's the problem? Come on.